Hey guys, so here I've got another tutorial. In this I'm going to show you the techniques that I use to draw this realistic eye using graphite pencils and some charcoal. You'll find all the materials in the description below. I've already drawn a rough sketch of the eye using a light pencil. So here I'm using a 4B mechanical pencil. I'm just going in and starting to just lightly shade some of the darker areas, just to give me a little bit of an idea of where the darkest areas need to be. I always follow this up using a blend-in stump just to blend in any of the shading. And at this point I just wanted to say, don't be too afraid to go too dark just to get the darkest areas dark. This gives you the depth in your pictures. So here I'm going in again with the 4B pencil, and I'm just going a little bit darker and pressing a little bit harder. Just trying to get the outline of the eye, the iris, and again smoothing it back in. You don't have to use a mechanical pencil. I'm just using this one because it's here and I'm used to using it. Now I'm going to use an 8B Mars Lumograph Black pencil, just to get the dark blackness of the pupil. I'm then using a 6B graphite pencil. This just helps to help blend in the edge of the pupil, and then you can use that to smooth out the darker patches of the iris. And here I'm using the mechanical eraser. This helps to build in structure. And most of drawing with graphite pencils is actually putting the graphite down and then erasing it, but you're erasing the bits that bring the structure to the drawing. And now I'm just going in and building in the structure of the eye, so all the little darker bits, lighter bits. If you notice, I've kept the top part of the eyeball with nothing in it, because that is where the reflection will be. And then I'm using the 4B pencil, a mixture with that one and the darker pencils, just to bring in the tones, the darkness, and just building in the general structure. And again, using the blend-in stump. Eyeballs are never completely white, or very rarely are they completely white. And here I'm drawing in the little tiny veins that you get, and then using the blend-in stump to sort of smooth them in a bit. Now I'm starting to use a 6B pencil just to very lightly block in the tone of the skin. This will be obviously blended in. And this is just building layer upon layer, slowly getting darker and darker. And here I'm just going over and over the darker bits, just gradually and slowly, each time blending them in until you're starting to get more and more detail. Here I'm using my electric eraser. It's very fine, I think it's a 2.0 tip on it, as well as my mechanical eraser. The electric eraser will take off a little bit more graphite to give you those little bit whiter highlights. Just building in the structure of the skin and the eye, and the little wrinkles and creases. Now I'm going to use my black 8B pencil again to do the eyelashes. Always try and use a very sharp, so sharpen the pencil, and if you have to keep sharpening it, then do that, because you want them to have the fine points. And don't worry too much how it looks at the moment, because you will be adding details to the eyelashes themselves with the mechanical eraser. If you notice, the eyelashes will sometimes have a lighter end to them. I'm also using my mechanical pencil purely because of the fact that it's a very thin nib, and here I'm putting in the highlights with the mechanical eraser, just highlighting the end of the eyelashes. That brings them to life and brings the front of the eyelash forward in the picture. Now I'm going to use a makeup brush. You can buy these cheaply in some of the cheap shops. You don't have to be expensive ones. And I'm going to use that with a little bit of charcoal just to start darkening the areas of skin and bringing the picture together. And obviously my 8B pencil for the eyebrows. Again, similar thing to the eyelashes. And of course don't forget the little details. So with the lines, I just lightly drawing little lines and then backing them up and refilling them with a little bit of dark pencil, and then going over with the mechanical eraser, and just keep doing that in little bits just to bring in the detail and the skin texture. And there you have it. So this is just a quick tutorial using a few different pencils, a couple of erasers. It just sort of shows that you can get something to look quite realistic using just a few simple tools and having a little bit of time. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and maybe you've picked something up. If you want to keep following me or subscribe, then I'd be really grateful. I will be doing more in-depth tutorials, not just in pencil and graphite pencils, but also in my pastels with pet portraits. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.